Morning. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through chair yoga. We are going to practice for 30 minutes today. So, as we go through class, just a reminder to listen to your body. If any of the stretches that we work on don't work for your body, please skip them, come on out and modify. As we go through class today, you'll just want to have a chair. So, a chair that's at your desk is great. And if your chair has wheels, you may want to put them in the lock position so you're not rolling around too much. And just a reminder in all of the stretches, make sure that you feel safe and secure. So, if at any point you feel that the chair isn't stable or it just doesn't feel like the right stretch for you, definitely skip it. Just meet us in the next one. So, as we go through our class today, we will work on doing a little bit of stretching and build a little strength for the full body. And I would like to take some time to work and focus on our shoulders. So we'll take a little extra time and release some tension in the shoulders. I know through the workday that builds a lot of tension in that area. So we'll definitely work on getting the blood circulation flowing to that area. So why don't we get started in a little centering? So if you'd like to come to the edge of your seat, and we'll just want to check on our alignment. So we'll want to aim for 90-degree angle through the legs. We'll have our heels in line with knees, knees in line with hips. If you can adjust the level of your seat, you may want to lift yourself up or down just a little bit. And then we're going to have our shoulders right over our hips. So I know we're not sitting into the back of our chair, but maybe imagining that you were sitting and your back was resting against a wall. So shoulders directly over your hips. And then we'll just give ourselves to take some deep breaths in and out here. Maybe with each exhale, just feeling yourself drop in and feeling yourself relax a little bit more. Maybe imagining that you could see your breath. So you could assign it a color, maybe white. Let's just watch the breath move in and out of the body. So we're going to inhale, watch the breath float in through your nose to your throat, to your chest, ribs, and stomach. And then on your exhale, releasing from your stomach, ribs, chest, throat, and nose. Full breath in. Gently watch the breath float in through the nose, back to the throat, down to the chest, the ribs, the stomach. And then on the exhale, feeling that release from the stomach, ribs, chest, throat, and nose. Take a nice full breath in, tracing the breath in. And then a nice full breath out, chasing the breath out. Just take time here just to breathe at your own pace. So a nice deep full inhale and a nice deep full exhale. Feel free to set an intention for class today, and that could be anything. It might be that you want to relax a little bit. Maybe you're holding some tension in the body, and it would just be really nice to release that, to let that go. So we'll take an inhale here, sweep your hands up. Let's take our index and thumb to touch, and then gently relaxing the hands down as you exhale. Full breath in, hands will reach up and stretch up. And let it go. And we're going to go 3 more times with the breath. Maybe letting the hands or letting the gaze follow the hands too. So as you reach up, maybe taking that gaze up, hands reach down, maybe gaze floats down. Now let's take an inhale. We're going to reach and stretch our hands up. Hands will be in line with the shoulders. Palms will face one another. Let's reach and stretch up with that right hand. We're going to create a little slack on the left side so that we can really reach and stretch through our shoulder and through the waist. We'll come back to center, realign. The left hand reaches up, finding a little slack on the right side. And we're just going to take this one side to side. So each time trying to reach up and out of the waist a little bit more, finding that length and finding that space. Good. Let's come back to center. We're going to realign here. Let's reach for our opposite elbows. We're going to take a nice full breath, core engages, spine lengthens, and let's gently draw the elbows off to the left, and then we're going to take them off to the right. Now you might feel that the shoulders are drawing up towards the ears, so let's see if we can get our shoulders relaxed from the ears a little bit. And then as you're taking those side stretches, make sure that you're taking a nice, deep full inhale and exhale. Let's take a moment to pause. We'll release the elbows off towards the left. Maybe scooping that left shoulder under, right shoulder draws back a little bit. Let's come back to the center. Nice full breath here to lengthen and gently soften to the right. We're going to ground into our left sitting bone and the right. So we don't want to be leaning to the right too much on this one. And we'll bring ourselves back through the center. Let's take our hands down to the heart as you exhale. So bringing your chin to chest, let's do a little rounding here of our back body. Maybe imagine you could find some space between the shoulder blades. Heart will float forward. We're going to open those arms up, shoulders relax from the ears. Let's go chin to chest, round through the back body. Heart floats open, shoulders relax. And then just moving through a little cat and dog stretch here. Try to lengthen your spine as you inhale. And lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, we'll let our shoulders relax from the ears. Find a little space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, really rounding the back body. So imagining creating space between the shoulder blades. Let's bring ourselves back to a neutral spine. We're going to flow those hands into the heart space. Full breath in, hands reach up. Releasing the arms into a T position here. So we're going to take one hand behind us, one hand forward for a little twist. We'll bring ourselves back to neutral, hands sweep up, and let's try that twist to the left. And let's go 2 more times to the right and also to the left. And then drawing the hands back through to the heart space. Take a nice full breath here to lengthen and twist to the right on the exhale. Just hook your left elbow on the right knee. And then encourage the prayer hands to the center of the chest. Take a full breath here. We're going to feel our spine lengthen. And then as you exhale, let the twist deepen. Coming back through the center. Realign here. Full breath in. Twisting to the left and exhale. And then really feeling that elbow into the leg to draw you into a bit of a deeper twist here. Letting that one go. Let's come back to neutral. Inhale, hands sweep up to the sky. Let's float the hands down as you exhale. We'll try for a seated forward fold here. So core engages and just hinging at the hips, we're going to take a nice float down towards the legs. Hands can be on the ground. Maybe reach for opposite arms underneath the leg. And then if it's possible, try to relax your head and your neck as best as you can. So head relaxes, neck relaxes. We have all of these little muscles. They work so hard to hold the head up. So in a stretch like this, we can just let them relax and we can just let them release. Hands can come onto the legs. Core engages to come on up to seated. And let's come on up to stand. We'll try some standing stretches. As we start, let's bring that chair off to our left. And we are just going to keep that left hand on the chair. We're going to take that right arm up and over, and we'll land in a little side stretch. It's a nice lateral stretch for the spine. Feel free to draw that left shoulder under and let the right shoulder drop back a little bit. Nice full inhale and nice deep full exhale. We're going to come back on up to center. Let's take our chair. We're going to send it off to the right. Right hand plants. Left hand lifts when you're ready. Try to feel your left hip pressing to the left to see if that helps you move a little deeper into the stretch for your spine. Good. We can come back and up to center. Having our chair there on the right, let's try for a little balancing. I'd love to try for a tree pose. So for tree, we're going to come up onto the toes of our left foot. If you have shoes on your feet, you'll probably just want to let that foot hover. If it's easy to just kick the shoes off, maybe you'll do that. And then you can place your foot on the inside of your leg. So if you know that the balance is a bit more challenging for you, have your toes on the ground, create a little kickstand, a little support there. And then if you have that bare foot, you can always hop it up a little higher too. And really nice having that chair there. So feel free to take your left hand up. And if you're feeling like the balance is pretty strong, maybe right hand will meet it. Now, anytime we work with our balance, we want to find a drishti. We want to find that one spot to focus concentration, to focus awareness. And once you find that spot, not letting the eyes shift at all. Let's relax our hands down. Foot comes on down. Let's take our chair to our left. Support the arms and the shoulders evenly. Left foot will plant. And then we're going to hop that right leg up if that works for you. So nice. That tree has so many options and variations. Everyone can find the expression that works the best for their body. Maybe right hand lifts, maybe left hand will meet it. And then maybe imagining with your left foot that you could grow roots from the bottom of your foot down into the ground. So we really want to ground into that foot, press through the inside, through the outside. And then just noticing the body's natural tendency. Do you tend to roll in or do you tend to roll to the outside of your foot? We're going to release those arms, reset on our feet. Let's take an empty coat sleeve stretch. We'll do a sweep to one side and the other side. And then as we do this, we twist to the right. We just want that left knee to be in line with left toe. So you're just going to lift that left heel up so that you're not stretching the knee in any strange direction. Good. Let's come on back to center. We're going to try for a down dog using our chair. And just make sure that you feel safe in this one, especially if the chair has wheels. But as a reminder, there really isn't a lot of weight in the hands. The weight will really be back in your heels. And we're really going to try to stretch the sitting bones up. The chair is just a gentle support there. So we're going to have our hands on the top of the chair. We're going to walk our feet back a bit. And we're just going to give ourselves this really nice stretch. So try to bring the weight back into your heel. Let your toes be light. And then we're just going to feel the backs of the legs lengthening, sitting bones reaching and stretching to the sky. Spine lengthens, back of head, back of neck, relaxes, releases. And then again, not a lot of weight in the hands, so try to get really light in those hands if possible. Stay here for a few more breaths. If you'd like to try for a twist, we'll take our left hand to our right thigh. And then try to spin your shoulder under a little bit. So almost like you could gaze under that arm that's straight. We're going to take some time to reset here. Plant your hand and then hand for opposite leg. Again, just feel that you're pulling, drawing yourself into that stretch a little bit deeper. We're going to bring ourselves back to center. Let's reset. We're going to walk ourselves up to standing. As you come to stand, let's take a nice deep shoulder roll to reset. Great job on that one. So let's try one more balancing pose. Always so important to work with our balance, strengthen all of those big muscles, little muscles in our feet, in our legs. And we're gonna work with crane today. So left hand can be on your chair for support. Right toes will come out in front. Toes can be on the ground. You might wanna try to lift your leg for a 90-degree angle. Maybe one arm comes out. We do a T position and then we soften the elbow and then soften the wrist. And the other arm can meet as well. Now try to be mindful of the hip. Sometimes this right hip's gonna lift up a little bit. See if you can create that mind-body awareness that your hips are even, that your low back is nice and even. We also wanna feel that we are engaging our core. So we want to tuck our tailbone, feel a little sensation of the navel moving back and up to the spine slightly. And you can really find that length through the whole spine. Reach, stretch through the crown of your head. Hands relax down, foot comes down. Let's take our chair to our right. Keep our shoulders nice and even. Grounding into our right foot, left leg lifts when you are ready. Arms come up, maybe one or two. Now, as we do this, maybe see if you can draw your shoulder blades together a little bit more. See if you can open up your heart a little bit more. Find some space there in the collarbones. Check in, make sure that you're breathing in and breathing out through your nose. Good, we're gonna bring that down. We can shake out our legs, shake out our wrists, try to let go of any tension here. Let's take our chair, we're gonna spin it around. We'll use the seat a little bit for some stretching. And we're gonna start off with a really nice twist here. So let's take an inhale, we'll bring our hands to the sky. And then as you exhale, we're gonna float it down into a fold. Bend deeply into your right knee. We're gonna plant our right hand down. We're gonna take our left hand up. If you wanna lower that right heel on the ground, you can. You can also have it lifted if you'd like. And this one is our open twist. This one tends to be a little easier. I'm just gonna try to breathe into this one. Nice full inhale, nice deep full exhale. Now we're gonna release the hand down. Let's keep our legs exactly how they are. So we don't wanna change up our legs at all. We're just gonna change up our hands. So right hand lifts when you're ready. And you might feel that you cannot move as deep into this one. So if it's feeling a bit much on the shoulder, maybe hand to your hip. Also try for a little half bind. Maybe wrap the arm around your low back. And we're just gonna see if we can get that right shoulder to roll under and then our left shoulder to roll open. Let's bring ourselves back to neutral. We're gonna realign here. Left knee will bend, right leg will straighten, and let's take our right hand up when you're ready. And then we'll breathe. So again, our open twist might be a little easier than the second one. And this one is nice because it gives us that nice IT band stretch. We're going to keep our legs just how they are. We're gonna plant our right hand. We're gonna lift our left. And then we'll breathe. Nice deep full breath in, full breath out. And then we're going to reset. Let's float ourselves back through to neutral. And we can take a moment here. We will lower the stomach. Let's lift through the heart a little bit. We'll take a rounding of our back body, chin to the chest. And then flowing through a cat and a dog stretch for a moment. Try to lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, letting your shoulders relax from your ears, we'll create a little space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. Good. Let's take a moment to lower the stomach. We're going to lift the heart, core engages. Let's come on up to stand. We'll take a full breath in. We're going to take a nice full breath out. So I would love to try a triangle pose here. So let's take our left foot forward and we're going to take our right foot back. And you're just going to want your front heel to be in line with your back arch. Try to square your shoulders and your hips off to the side. We are going to take the arms out into a T position. Let's kick our hips back. We're going to reach, stretch our hands forward, and then gently draw the hand down onto the seat when you're ready. And then maybe imagining your body in between two panes of glass here. We're going to feel our body in one straight line, stacking and opening. Let's engage the core to come on up. And we'll go for a reverse triangle. So we'll just keep our front legs straight and we'll take that front hand up and back. And reset. Let's take that opposite forward, and then we'll take that other foot back. So we'll give this a try on the other side. We'll just check in on our alignment. Front heel in line with back arch, shoulders over hips. We're going to take those hands, reach and stretch them forward. Hand relaxes down. Arm sweeps out. Triangle is such a great pose. It gets its name because if you could see yourself in a mirror, you create all of these little triangle shapes. So large triangle through the legs and the ground, and then triangle through the arm, through the side body, and then through the leg. We are going to engage the core as you rise on up. Let's sweep that front hand up and back. We'll take our reverse triangle stretch. And we'll come back and up to center. Let's begin to release. We can step both of the feet together. We can give it a nice little shake on. Let's bring it back to seated. So let's come on to a comfortable seated position here. And for this one, let's come back. We're going to sit into our chair a little bit and we'll take a really nice hip opener. So let's start by extending our right leg out and we'll begin to point and flex the foot. And if you'd like, maybe close your eyes. That might help you relax a little bit more. We'll give ourselves an opportunity to point the foot and pause. We'll just breathe into that nice stretch for the top of the foot. And then we can flex the foot. We will press out through the heel and the back of the knee. And then we're going to bring that into circles. So we could find large circles and we can bring smaller circles here. And reverse, we'll flow in the other direction. And we're going to take that right leg up and over, and we'll work with a figure 4 hip stretch. So sometimes this one is a little easier if you scooch more towards the edge of your seat, so feel free to do that. And then as we check in on our alignment, we'll just want to have that 90-degree angle in our left leg. We'll want to flex our right foot, and then this right knee might be up kind of high. That's okay, it just means the hips are a little tighter. So you'll just gently draw that knee down. You could press it down or just energetically sending it down. Let's take a full breath to lengthen. We can come on forward on the exhale. And as you're folding here, you do a scan of the body, noticing where you might be holding on to tension. And then letting that tension go as you exhale. And then we're going to release. Let's come back on up to neutral. We're going to bring that right foot down to meet our left. Left leg will come out in front. Let's take that opportunity to point and flex the foot. And then as you're doing this stretch, just be really mindful of keeping the spine straight. So even though we're sitting back into our chair, it's going to be really easy to round the back a little bit. So keep your spine straight, keep the core engaged. We'll take a moment to pause, begin to point the foot, and we're just going to breathe here into the top of the foot. Nice calf stretch, nice quad stretch. And then we're going to flex the foot. We'll press out through the heel, press out through the back of the knee. Now take that into a bit of a circular movement. Notice if there's any spots that catch a little bit, and then just trying to find that full range of movement. So smoothing out any spots that feel a little stuck. And reverse. This is a nice thing just to do at the desk. You can easily do this. Or if you're on a plane, long plane ride, just a little bit of movement, it just can help so much. And we'll release. Let's take that left leg up and over. We'll find our figure 4 stretch. Again, we're just going to check in on our alignment. So bottom leg, 90-degree angle, flexing this left foot. Maybe imagine that you could draw a line from the outside of your leg and then the bottom of the foot. That would be proper alignment. This knee, pressing it down or just energetically sending it down. And you can come on forward for a little more intensity. That's just going to give you more stretch if you'd like that. Now feel free to take this time to close your eyes. Maybe becoming aware of the mind and the noise that it creates. So we always have thoughts moving through the mind, maybe thoughts for the past, thoughts for the future. Try to release the thoughts. Try to come back to your breath and the present moment. And then we'll begin to come on up out of this one. Let's bring our feet out nice and wide to reset. You might want to come to the edge of your seat and feel free to grab onto the side of the chair if you need to. I'm just going to do a little windshield wipe of the knees to the left and then off to the right. Nice opportunity to reset the legs. And then we'll take a moment to pause. Let's see if we can bring those feet out as wide as possible. And you're just going to want your toes to be in the same direction as your knees. We're going to take our right arm onto our right leg. Let's float that left arm up and over. See if you can gently draw the left shoulder back, right shoulder under. Almost like the heart could shine up to the sky. Core engages. Let's come back to center. Left hand down, right hand lift. Anchoring in through that right sitting bone, finding length and finding some space here. And come back on up to center. Again, we can grab onto that chair. We're going to switch the legs to the left and to the right to reset. Coming back to our comfortable seated position at the edge of our seat, 90-degree angle on the legs, shoulders over the hips. Take an inhale here, hands reach up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Thank you so much for joining today. It's so wonderful to be here with you. I hope that you enjoyed this chair yoga practice. And just a reminder, all of the stretches that we worked with today, you could work on weaving those into your workday. So if you know that you hold tension in a particular area or part of the body is a little finicky, maybe just doing stretches for short amount of time, maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, can really bring a lot of relief to the body. Also so relaxing for the mind. Have a fabulous weekend. I'll be back with you all on Monday. We have our yoga on the yoga mat. That's at 5:30 East Coast time, and that's a 45-minute all-level yoga practice. It'd be great if you could join us. Take care.